Hey guys, so last night I had another interesting experience caused by the solfeggio frequencies. About 3 hours after I finished filming the last video, I was sitting the other way and kind of tilted about 45 degrees looking to the left of my computer, and my perception of what I was seeing felt like I was leaning backwards. Like if I was like sitting like this, I just like lean backwards like this, and my body stood still the entire time. It's just I felt like I was perceiving myself just kind of like that, and I could see the ceiling and the wall behind me when I went backwards, and I went down to about this angle. The back of my head was like right here, as if I was laying on a slant, almost upside down, kind of like that. And when I got to about this point, the only way I could explain it is my perception of being here sort of teleported, and the next thing I knew, I was like this, and I could have probably been like had my face in my hand at this angle, and it sort of just fell back into my perception, sort of just fell back into my head, and kind of felt like I was getting a bit of whiplash, just like way back, and then a little bit forward, and just boom, like that. And it knocked me for a little bit. It surprised me. It didn't hurt, but it just surprised me because I didn't know it was coming. And I hardly ever know if something like that is coming. There's almost never warning for something like that. So I know my body didn't move because I couldn't lean back in this chair because it has this fancy little backrest that's attached by a thin metal bar. So yeah, the metal bar is about like a quarter of an inch thick by 2 inches wide, maybe 3 inches wide. So I know I couldn't have bent that metal bar back because I can put all my weight against the seat, and it's like at this angle maybe. So the seat couldn't have possibly gone like that, and if I went flat over the armrests that are on here, then I would have probably fallen out of the chair. And if I did physically move like that, then how would you explain the lack of memory from being at this point to being at this point suddenly and just falling back into my body, which I felt the entire time, and my body was sitting exactly how my perception had left it. It was just what I was seeing was changing very rapidly. And the whole event of being like this, and then boom, like that, it happened quicker than you can inhale, as if you did it as fast as you could. If you inhale as fast as you can, it happened a little bit quicker than that. So it was very fast, and it was like, whoa, what just happened? But I kind of can discern from feelings of physical ailments versus feelings of what the solfeggio frequencies are doing to me through experience and things like that. It's like, well, it's just an experience from a change, so just another change, no big deal. So anyways, this morning I found some, saw some light particles that were like probably like the size of my thumb, that part, only twice as wide, like 2 thumbs. They're about that big, and these like little light balls just floated across the living room. There's two or three, and I see them occasionally, but it's like, I don't know what they are, but they don't seem to bother me. I don't bother them. No big deal. But it's kind of funny because no one else sees them. I've known of other people who see them, but I don't know anyone else who does see them. And I never see them for more than a second or two. Oh, my laptop monitor that thing. I saw the image on screen. I was on YouTube, and you got the screen frame here, and you got the screen itself in the screen frame. See? Screen, and you got the screen frame there. And I saw the screen move like half an inch just outside of the screen frame. So it was like this, and there's not enough light in here. It keeps going yellow. So it was right here, and then I just saw the white YouTube background float like right to here for like a quarter of a second. Everything happens instantly, and it goes right back. Like as soon as I was aware of it, it just went right back to its original position. So, and it's not the first time that's happened. I've had the screen go like that and back. That was the first time that happened, but it's not the first time that instant action happened. And I just saw another light particle go kind of down behind the camera a couple of seconds ago. So, yeah, they're everywhere. So, yeah, I have no confirmed scientific explanation for the light particles. They just happen. So, I'm still trying to figure out what's happening with my altered perception of seeing the screen over here instead of where it actually is. I have a couple of theories, but I haven't come up to anything yet, and I have no idea why my perception went backwards and then teleported from here to here and then boom, like that, right back into my head. But I'm going to look at some websites that have been a handy guide to me over the past year or so, see if they have anything to help me out with that. That's about it for today. So I never know what's coming. I never know when it's going to come. It always comes by surprise. So when something happens again, I'll try to remember it and I'll make another video of it. If you have any comments or questions, then you can leave them in the comment section below, and I'd love to read them. If you want to follow me on my updates and my experiences with this, you can subscribe to my channel. That's all for now. Bye.